guys, Annie here, and right now I'm getting ready to pour the second soap in my Stranger Things series. I didn't do a video on the first one. I don't really know why, I just kind of didn't. But it was an 11 soap. I called it Friends Don't Lie. Super fun. Won't talk too much about that right now though, because what I'm doing is this Demogorgon soap. Super pumped about this. I'm splitting it into my colors right now. I'm going to do a Clyde slide with these into my sort of my basic mauve. The scent blend, it's an essential oil blend. I use rosewood, orange, the 5 times orange, turmeric, and cardamom. And it is delicious. It is just amazing smelling. Colors here, I'm doing black with activated charcoal. I should probably zip that with my stick blender, but I just want to get started. It's getting a wee bit thick. And this is my Castile recipe, but with goat's milk and with aloe juice. I thawed my goat's milk in some previous videos of mine. I was having trouble because my parts of my goat's milk was freezer burn when I was basically doing it by having, adding the line of frozen milk. I was getting these weird chunks. And essentially, if I thawed it out and I kind of strain it, add it into my oils, I still need to dissolve my lye into something else, but I just said, instead of water, why not make that aloe juice? So it's been turning out nice, I think. I'm actually kind of happy this is a tiny bit thicker because I like a Clyde slide when it's a little bit thicker. I just do. I don't know why. I think when they're when it's thinner, it can kind of run together and get muddier, but the colors stay nice when it's a little bit thicker. But I'll keep going. I don't want it to get too thick now. It smells divine. Make sure we're all mixed in. Yeah, in Stranger Things, all of the kids in their D&D campaign are about to fight a Demogorgon, and their buddy Will is in the Upside Down. There's a creature there that's terrorizing everyone, and they sort of view it like a Demogorgon, even though that technically is not one. Alright, Clyde slide is just alternating colors into the pot that you're going to be pouring out of. So I'm just going to slowly slop this into here. It is getting thick. Nothing's going to be wasted though. Very Halloween-y type color scheme here. But I like it. Okay. Oh, hey now. Smells good. The orange scent is pretty heavy right now. I've never had one of these concentrated oranges before, surprisingly. And I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping that it definitely stays in the cure better than in some of the other citruses that I've tried that just completely fade away. How luscious this black is right now. Oh my, I put a lot of charcoal in there. A bit more black than the other colors. I actually thought that I was going to alternate black in between the other colors, and I kind of just forgot, so that's okay. the last that's in the cups here for the tippy top. That might need a little extra color. A lot of black left in here. Whoopsie. Beautiful. Oh, it smells good, guys. A lot of fun essential oil blends coming up. I'm going to utilize a lot of them in these Stranger Things soaps, but I think I might have some leftover. Some leftover essential oil blends I do for other things. Just getting the last bits into this slide here. Wow. Ooh, to plop on my special toppers. This guy. Just gonna pour. I am gonna do a little back and forth. I normally don't do that. I like pour from one area and let it fill, but I kind of want some extra swirling from this right now. Kind of looking muddy, to be honest. The black looks like it's taken over a lot, which I guess is okay. What are you gonna do, right? There's still swirls in there. And wispy, which is actually just fine by me. Got the last of it. Yeah, this is gorgeous right now. I think it's very pretty. I almost don't want to swirl it. I'm gonna swirl it anyway. Okay. Whew. Do a clean it. This one's going to be interesting to cut into. That is for sure. Make sure I cover it so it doesn't get all ashy. I don't want it to get super ashy. Just cleaning off my little toppers. Yeah, let me talk about this before I swirl. These are made of Mountain Pour, my little D20s, 20-sided die. In D&D, you roll a 20, that's a critical hit. That's how you gotta take out the Demogorgon. The Demogorgon, I was talking to Chris about it today. Demogorgon is a demon lord in the abyss in Dungeons & Dragons. And it's deadly. It's actually like a two-headed orangutan looking thing. You don't wanna mess with that. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to show you how I made those, so go ahead and I'm going to insert that part of the video. Check out how I made the toppers. I'm going to go ahead and swirl. Hey guys, I am coming in with the mold making of my little 20-sided die soap. These are going to be embeds in my Demogorgon soap for my Stranger Things series that I'm doing. I have to work quickly with this. I actually just tried it with one and it's set up before I could get it wrapped around. I was having trouble wrapping it around. Essentially, this is my amazing mold putty. I'm working quickly here. I need to hurry up and get it around my D20. I was jabbering earlier and it caused it, I overmixed it too, and by the time I was trying to really shape it, it was setting up and it didn't work, so. You can hear Tessa on the monitor. She hasn't fallen asleep just quite yet for her nap. She's been fighting him lately. She's actually been up there for over an hour and she hasn't fallen asleep yet, but she will, darn it. It's quiet time. Okay. That seems to be much better. It's a little thin right there, so I'm going to try to like push it up onto that space. I don't want it to be that thin. I want to make sure that it's touching on all sides though. just going to be filling these with melt and pour. Once this sets up, the cure time on the Amazing Mold Putty is about 20 minutes. I'll probably pop these out in half an hour just to be safe. But I want the dye to look swirly like the actual dye, so I want clear melt and pour in there, and there's, you know, tiny little cold process recipe for that would be kind of silly. Okay, so that's basically done. I'm going to set that aside. I only have 5 dye here. I actually stopped up Chris Games at the shop, the tattoo shop where he works, and that's where all of everyone's dye are not here anymore, so I had to actually go and get some today to be able to do this. And I only got 4 because I thought that I wouldn't have enough putty to do any more than that. I was totally wrong. I have plenty of putty, but I'll do 5. I'll pop the dye out and I'll do the other 3 because I need 8 total. I'm just mixing up my putty over here. I'm working in just a few grams at a time. This is 12 grams total, 6 of each. You take the yellow and the gray, you just mix it up until there aren't any streaks. Not any more than that. I overmixed last time and that's part of my problem. Spent some of the curing time still mushing it together. Just barely till it's all the way mixed up. Good enough. I want the 20 out of the dye to be what's poking up on the soap like this. So I need to make that the bottom of the mold and put the 1 on top for all of these. Hopefully I'm pressing in here enough for a little bit of those numbers to transfer over to the mold. I'm hoping so. I mean, I won't know until the soap pops out, you know. And hopefully some of the numbers show up. I'll be pouring the melt and pour in there and then maybe doing a tiny bit of dry brushing to get the numbers to pop if it needs it or if it would benefit from that at all. Okay, this was a lot easier, the second one, because I was kind of prepared. I want to make the opening flat like this, so essentially I just fill it up and then shave off any bit that's uneven at the very end to complete it. There we go. Boom, cool. This is the Amazing Mold Putty, by the way. I get that at either like the Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Always use the coupon, the 40 or 50% off coupon, and you'll be able to get it for like $11, and it's 2/3 of a pound total. It's quite a bit of mold putty. It comes in these 2 tubes. I always weigh out my portions when I'm getting it prepared. Even if you were to mix the whole thing up, every time I weigh it, there's always a little bit more of one of these. And I just think it's going to work better if they're exactly even. Okay, more weighed out. I'll work quickly. Okay. Probably go ahead and speed up the rest of this process here, so hang with me for another couple of minutes. So 20 minutes passed. It's actually a little bit longer than that, and frankly I could have been done with this 10 minutes ago, but I didn't want to push it. I'm just going to kind of squeeze these out. Perfect little triangular opening. Can't really see much in there, but I hope the numbers have imprinted themselves nicely. Yeah, I'm excited. I have some beautiful purple and orangey gold micas that I'm going to swirl. I'm pretty sure Chris's favorite dice that are his are a mix of like a gold and purple like that. So this one's got very hot, like a very thin spot right there, so I have to be careful. And this is the first one that I did. I make a little patch on that before I fill it up. But I thought I'm going to do a color scheme that's like Chris's favorite dice, so. Boop. Okay. Let me see. There's actually a little tiny hole there. Tiny hole. I'm going to make a little miniature patch cut real quick. Just enough putty, a little pinch of each. I'm just going to smear it over that. The child still has not fallen asleep yet. I feel like today she's just not even going to nap. But she's been in her crib for a while, so I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. Little patch, boom, boom. Hollow-ish spot right there. I got this extra bit, so I might as well. And we'll just stick it on. Wouldn't really hurt. It's kind of awkward rubbing it on to the already cured portion, but oh well. Okay. I'll flip these four first here. I don't work with melon pour very often, so this is melted up. I kind of had a skin on top. Shit. Started out. It's getting, yeah, it's cooling down. I don't work with melt and pour often, so I don't necessarily have any super cool melt and pour swirling techniques that I know of. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of both in there and see what happens. Yeah, so let's do that. Swirl a little and not like layer. We'll see. Oh no. I lobbed a little bit right there, but that's okay. It filled it perfectly. Blob right there too. Hey. I hope these molds are okay. Like I hope they are pressed up against the die good enough. Yeah, I should have remelted this a tiny bit because it's getting thick, but here I am impatient. Still pouring. Still pouring. I haven't microwaved it. I do need to microwave a little bit more. To fill these up. These are making me feel like they're not quite right, so I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I'll go ahead and top these off. This will be cured in a minute. I'll just check back in with you guys when it's time to pop these out and to do the last three. Alright. Check that out. Go ahead and get some mica drizzle on top here. I'm going to do a tiny bit of swirling. I'm going to put my little D20s on top. This is just leftover purple mica drizzle that didn't get mixed into the soap. And some orange. Kind of a golden orange. I mixed my orange mica with my, I think it's honey beige, which is a really kind of bronzy, beautiful, satiny metallic kind of mica. Ooh, do I swirl or do I leave it just like that? Ooh, I think I'm gonna swirl it. I haven't swirled in a while. I'm not going down too deep because I don't want to ruin the Clyde Slide swirl. Just want to boom, do that. Yeah, gorgeous. Glad I did that. Oops, I had these all alternating and then I spilled soap and I had to clean it up. Yep, I have to make sure the 20 is on top. I made this mold and everything as you just saw. So the 20s are on the top. I want to make sure that that stays the case. And then I'm just shoving them in there. They're going to need to be pretty tightly spaced because it's about 1 inch wide and the bars are going to be also about 1 inch wide. I feel like I'm making them too close together. I want to make sure they're spaced out well enough. I'm always really bad at that. Anytime I try to mark my mold, it washes right off. So I'm actually gonna, yeah, I'm gonna put this here and kind of work in the other direction now. So just a little bit. I'd have to do some maneuvering. I don't want to screw it up. Whoops, did I screw it up? And a little bit of micro into that. Oh yeah. They're way too close together up here. I'm going to have to spread them out. Luckily, there's not going to be that much space in between to see where I kind of goofed it. But hey, you live and learn, I guess. Where's the 20? I just missed it. There it is. Yeah, I gotta dig these out and move them just the tiniest bit. Why? That's okay. Still looks cool. Boop. I'm gonna move it without like fully taking it out. If that's a humanly possible thing. Just need to scooch a tiny bit. Boop, boop and scooch. There. Okay. Smacking it a little deeper, whoopsie. And deeper, and I bubbled it up that way just now. That's okay. They're all in there. That's what matters. These a little deeper than others. Put the 20s on top, that's what matters here. So that you see this Obeyutete up close. Oh, it smells so good. It's very Halloween-y. And very fun, I think. Demogorgon. Soap 2 of 4. Stranger Things series. Okay. Should be able to cut this tomorrow. I presume it will be soft enough to do so. So I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, I'm back finally. It's actually been 2 days since I made Demogorgon, and it needed an extra day to set up before I cut it. It did result in some ash. It did get a little bit ashy. I steamed it last night, and it looks better than if I hadn't steamed it, but it's not perfect. You see the ashiness there and a little bit here too, but look at how cool the swirls are regardless of the ashiness. I mean, these are the ends, it doesn't really matter, but I'll plane anything that needs it. Look at how cool that looks. So excited to get into this, so let's do it. I'm gonna get 8 bars. I did remember to adjust my cutter for this particular mold, so should be good. I'm just gonna get the tiniest little end piece off. Oh, yeah. Cool. Very ribbony. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, I'm excited. I think I like the positioning on the camera right here, too. Okay. Keep going. These should all be very unique. Interesting. Very wispy back and forth, and then it gets real crazy at the top. I like that. It smells amazing too. It's a lot spicier than when I first poured it. At first the orange was really coming through, and I did finally get the 5 times orange, so it's not going to completely disappear like it normally would, but it did calm down a little, which is this is more what I was going for. I liked it being orange heavy, but I wanted the spiciness of the cardamom and the turmeric to come through too, and that bit of rosewood, and it's really balanced now. So I'm very happy with the smell. These are so cool inside. Oh man. Super pumped right now. Ooh, this is interesting. Very little random uncolored bit. I don't remember that. That must have been from the edge of the thing when I was pouring. Either that or I totally didn't stir it all the way. Look, nicked the dice right there. It's okay, you can barely tell. Love it. Really, really love it. Not made a soap that looks quite like this before. Get more uncolored, so that's either from the edge of the whatever I was pouring out of. I don't think it was a beaker, my plastic thing. So that's either from that, or I didn't stir in all of the black, which is a possibility. I'm sure by the time I'm editing this, I know what happened. Because of my spacing, there's this extra little bit right here, and I'm going to start cutting unevenly where the dice are, so I'm actually going to just shave off a little middle spot right here. I kind of had a feeling they weren't perfectly spaced. That was right. Whoops. Still really soft, and I actually screwed that up because I was pushing in a certain direction, so let me do one more little shave at the bottom. There we go. Yeah, super soft still. That's still jagged. Yikes, I'm gonna worry about that when these are firmed up, and I'm gonna plane it until it's even, which will be fine. It's way too soft to be messing with that type of crap right now. Clear? Huh. Still don't know if I went over far enough. I'm just gonna do it. Take a bigger slice off. And that's even. I could afford it, so I did. Just don't want to cut into the dice, so this will just be an extra little sample pieces. There, now we're going to be cutting the rest of these evenly. We'll just have probably a smaller end piece on this side, but that's okay. I like when they're thin little slivers instead of hunks. Beautiful. It's really ribbony back and forth. I love it. Swirl the top there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm super pumped about how these turned out. Each one's cool looking. Love it. Love it. I don't know why I chose to not stamp my Stranger Things series soaps, but I made the decision at the beginning that I just don't want the stamp on there. I don't know why. think I should be branding one side of the soap anyways, you know, but I don't know, I decided not to, so I'm just gonna roll with that. Fancy stuff like this, I really don't want to take away from the design sometimes. Oop, kind of left out a little bit too. That's okay. A little teardrop in there, kind of. Oh, I love this. I'm really, now I'm horn tooting over here. I'm really happy. This one. Oh my god, really weird. See that? This little dip. Hit the melt and pour dye and bounced a little bit, kind of wonky. Weird how much I've had to do that. These. One day I'll learn how to line my embeds up, guys. I'm just gonna do it on the other side too. Yeah. Look how pretty. I love it. I'm super happy. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a little different from what I normally do. At least it feels like it lately. So I hope you enjoyed. There they are again. I'm going to take some good photos for you too, so enjoy those, and please tell me what you think. And give me the thumbs up and all that. Alright, thanks, bye.